do, but I tend to focus on phrasing, on line, and style a lot in my work, and dynamics some. On staccato, I believe you play to the front of the note. Just basically speaking, you play to the front of the note. Marcato, you play halfway through, you play to the middle. Legato, you play to the back. So I think of 3 parts to the note, where I find students often only think about the front parts of notes. We've got to get them thinking about the back part of the note. Be careful not to over-articulate. That's just as problematic. And staccato is not short, it's light. There's a big difference. Light. I work really hard to get the band to play lightly. That's one of my big challenges. Phrasing, I think this is one of the most neglected aspects in musical performance. I like to equate phrasing to speech. We need to create some sort of journey through musical line. There's a starting point and there's a destination. If you're not sure yourself what the phrase structure is, sing it or play it on your instrument. Our bands play too much in chopped phrases. They don't play with enough line. And I tell my students or encourage my students, if you're not sure, then err on the side of playing a phrase that's too long. If you're not sure where to breathe or not breathe, then play a phrase that's too long, not too short. But we breathe on bar lines all the time. We breathe after long notes all the time. We have to think about playing through notes, through phrases. I learned that from Harvey Patel at UT when I was a high school kid. Timbre and color. There's so much that's interesting today in our repertoire, so much. Writers like Mackey, whether you're a fan or not, he's a somewhat unconventional composer, so he writes unconventional music. He really creates a lot of interesting different colors. Kelly, I thought, is quite creative in his writing and how he achieves color through a real economy in writing. Stephen Bryant with some of his electronics, using electronics. So if we're limited in our imagination in terms of what colors we're going to achieve from the band, we're really going to do a disservice to the composition and the performance. So we have to have that ability to imagine, and this is our job, how to interpret the timbre of a piece of music. It's like this. It's not a one-size timbre fits all. It's not everything is in the pyramid balance. Sometimes we're tuning to or balancing to the highs, or sometimes to the mids or the lows, but that's up to us. What is the color that is appropriate for this? And then I'm to conducting, and then I think we're off to lunch. So I think we'll be good here in about 30 minutes. No, not 30 minutes. So be inspiring conductors. Again, we take our 1 or 2 courses, and it's great that you're here because you're obviously very committed to come out on a Saturday. Well, watch inspiring conductors, go to symposia. It's important that we're effective gestural communicators for our students and that we teach them how to respond to that. So any quick questions before we adjourn? You've been great. I hope you got something out of something you heard today. Quick questions or comments about anything? I left you with no questions. I'm up to solve.